In your opinion, what makes a woman bad in bed? How often do you get intimate with yourself? And do you remember last New Year's Eve, I was like, I'm taking an oath of celibacy for 2019.
And how long did that last? Do you get the hangover horn?
If you had to outline your perfect female, I thought you'd go straight for the big tits. Obviously you're not using a timer, but how long would you like to stay in that position for?
Oh dear, I don't like this look. Go on.
Have you ever had an STI or STD? Ready?
Cheers.
Hi everyone. Do you remember VAG Chats? Did you tune in for the first VAG Chats?
Yes.
With Kira?
Yes.
This time it's VAG Chats part 2, but this time with a boy, Baz. If you don't know Baz, I presume you've seen him before. This is Barry Keane. I'll put his Instagram handle up on the screen. We met when you came to Bali last year.
Yeah.
And we went to Bali again this year.
We did. We've spent 26 days on this together.
I love that.
In the last year.
And we still speak.
Yeah, and you've driven all the way down to my house.
Yeah, so essentially I want to keep these kind of sex chats things kind of going, and I want to get different people's perspectives, and Barry was my natural second.
Male version.
Male version for sure, and you're very open. I would say me and you are like, it's gas, everyone thinks we're having a thing or whatever, but I would say
still,
as a male and a female, we probably know each other probably pretty fucking well.
Well, we tell each other everything.
Yeah.
About everything.
Yeah. Like, you know a lot. And I know a lot.
I know a lot more about you than probably any woman I've ever known.
Without having slept
I've
with
only
me.
known you a year.
Yeah.
Without ever having slept with you. Or seen you naked.
Yeah.
I've seen you
close
in a
to.
bikini.
Yeah.
But who hasn't? You've posted that all the time.
That's true. That's true. Thousands have seen it. So we're just going to kind of let the conversation flow. We've already had a few little chats here, and I was like, hang on, I need to set up the camera.
You missed the best bits.
Yeah. What were we even talking about again?
Do you really want to say?
Oh yeah, no. We're talking like sex in public and
in various other places and with various people.
Yeah. Well, various people, like multiple people at the one time.
No, well,
that's the way
we didn't get there yet.
No, not there yet.
Well, I've never been there, so don't know about you.
No. Oh, multiple? No, I haven't actually. But I feel like that's kind of.
Is that a yet?
I never say never.
And
but I feel like most people these days have.
MMF or FFM?
Either, but I'm not hugely attracted to vaginas.
Your loss.
You would say that.
Well, I'm not hugely attracted to willies, so
you can kind of relate to that then. But I feel like it's more quote unquote normal for a woman to be more open to be experimenting with another woman, whereas I don't have any attraction to vaginas. I like penises.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mammy, if you're watching, don't do it to yourself. Just don't do it.
And if anybody tells my mother or any of my family that I'm saying this, it's too late. My sister watches anyway, so.
Will she watch?
I'd say so.
Oh no. I actually texted my brother yesterday. I was like, unless you want to see my bare arse, do not look at my Instagram for the next 24 hours.
Are you putting your bare arse on this?
No. No, not quite. So he's like, I've just...
Oh, you put it on the Insta yesterday?
Yeah. He goes, I just unfollowed you. And I was like, I think it's for the best.
Yes.
He gets an awful slagging. A huge shout out to today's video's sponsor, letsgetchecked.com, a service that I've spoken about multiple times before, so I am incredibly excited to be partnering with them for this video. Letsgetchecked.com is a service whereby you can test from the comfort of your own home for things such as sexually transmitted infections, vitamin deficiencies, diabetes, thyroid tests, fertility, Lyme disease, the list goes on and on. There are a plethora of tests available on the website, and it is just growing and growing. How this service works is you order the testing kit to an address of your choice. It comes in extremely discreet packaging, as I'm showing you here, and it comes by registered post, which is included in the price. So this is what the kit looks like. You open it, and inside is your information card with a unique number that you will attach to the test online. You register the kit on the website, and that therefore creates an account for you. You take your samples, blood and or urine. You ship this all back in the packaging which is included in the kit. Return shipping is included in the price as well, by the way. Back to the lab, and within 3 to 5 working days you will receive contact from a nurse that works for Let's Get Checked with details of your results, and they will also be released to your online account on the website. website. I've used the service multiple times before. I will not promote a service until I can stand over it myself. I even filmed my whole process and procedure behind it, which I will link above if you'd like to watch. If this is a service that you would like to experience for yourself, or you feel like you or a loved one could experience benefit with, I will leave the website linked down below in the description box, and feel free to use my affiliate discount code for a whopping discount. Thanks so much again to Let's Get Checked for sponsoring this video. Now on with the VAG Chats with Baz.
Well, just I suppose launch into it. What's your relationship status there? Like,
Oh, single, and has been for a long time. I did this whole drought thing on my own Instagram, where I went 15 months without having sex with anybody.
intentionally.
No, not at all. I don't. Well, let's say I was voluntarily celibate for a while, but without too much opportunity. Involuntarily celibate. And then this year I have had sex with 3 different women, but not anyone since the summertime.
The summertime. But summertime feels like 3 weeks ago.
But it's 6 months ago.
Yeah.
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 So I'm, yes, single.
Okay. So it's interesting you mentioned the celibacy thing. Do you remember last New Year's Eve? I was like, I'm taking an oath of celibacy for 2019.
And how long did that last?
Not very long.
Yeah.
I think I even said it to my mom and she just rolled her eyes at me. I was like, all right, okay, fair enough. Happily single?
Very, very.
You're happy with your life the way it is right now?
Absolutely. Like, there are so many. I'm selfish in a way that I have such a busy and hectic life that there isn't room for somebody else full time in it. I could doubt if I could ever live with somebody again. What I could do though is be long-term monogamous with somebody that I don't live with. So that's like, I might be seeing somebody irregularly over a period of time, and I wouldn't want to sleep with anybody else while that's going on.
Would you say long term, not permanent?
Yes. Long term, not permanent.
Was that a careful choice of words?
Well, I've spoken before about my belief that non-monogamy is the future. That there are so many unhappy relationships and people who are just in relationships for the wrong reasons, that if they came out and were honest about it and said, look, I'm getting nothing sexually out of this relationship, people would be a lot more open to finding other partners, even if everything was perfect in your relationship. If you're married, you love your partner, you're not in love with them anymore, you have kids, everything else in your life is great, but the sex has either fizzled out or died, or one person isn't able anymore through a disability or whatever.
Yeah.
And when I did that story on my own Instagram, I got a number of messages from people who are disabled and said to their partners, if you want to, go find somebody else for the sex. I don't need to know about it. Others said, yeah, you can tell me about it if you want. And I think if people were more open about their sexual needs...
Consensual openness. Consensual open relationship.
Consensual non-monogamy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying polyamory, it doesn't have to be that. You could have one sexual partner who's aware, as long as people are open and honest about what they want. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the book Sex at Dawn?
I've heard of it. Did you tell me you were going to give it to me?
Maybe.
The book?
I loaned it to someone and I can't get it back from that person because that person hates me now.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to give him the flick, so he was...
Oh, right,
older
okay.
guy.
Right.
Yeah, so Sex at Dawn, it's how we mate, why we stray, and what that means for modern relationships. It's well worth a read, for sure, if you're interested in monogamy and whether we are built for it or not. And I'm going to spoil it on you and say basically he's saying no. Like all through the ages in tribes, it was the tribe that reared the children. Not one man and not one woman.
Oh, okay, I think you told me a little bit.
And even to this day, there are tribes in remote areas on the planet who still rear their children that way. And the belief would have been that if I have sex with Jimmy, Mick and Joe, the children is a contribution of all of their sperm.
And Jimmy is clever, Mick is strong, and Joe is good cook.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I would be hoping
So the
that the
kid is
baby
gonna be-
that I'm taking all this sperm for is taking the
Traits from
attributes.
each of the 3 lads.
And therefore, in the tribe, those 3 men would also rear, well, however many men, would rear the child. And it would be, the child belonged to the tribe and not belong to the parents.
Well, if that's the way you're brought up
I like
from
that.
birth, then you're not going to see anything wrong with it like our society does.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be no... Oh, how does it work then after the child is born? Who does the woman sleep with afterwards?
Well, it carries on.
She carries on with the 3 or 4, or picks
Or-
another 3
yeah.
guys.
Maybe Bobby over there is good at maths. And she needs to be an accountant. I don't know. That's interesting! Because, do you remember I was saying on Instagram last week I'm looking for a tradesman?
Yes.
There's a load of things need doing in my apartment.
How was the plumber? You never answered me when I asked you.
No.
Okay.
Too young. He's 24 or something.
And it's a pity because I told her my mechanic would be perfect for her.
Only for her.
Only for he's married. He is big, strong, hairy guy, wears the Snickers, dirty, rough, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't talk with a Dublin accent, but he has everything
I could
else.
let one slide.
Well, you won't be letting anything slide this time.
That's the end of that.
Yeah.
Short-lived. Oh well. Bring me to the top of the mountain and then drag me back down again. So yeah, last week on Instagram I was saying how I'm like testing out this manifest a man theory where I'm like listing out these attributes my ideal man would look like, and some of them are really specific and it looks like I'm being pedantic, but it's not. It's just I'm testing out this theory and like how accurate could it be. I even
but anybody
the year
that
of his car and the make of his car.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, just to see. That one's just trying just to see if it actually works. Because if he does come along next thing he does drive that car in that year, I'll be like, I'll be in no doubt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't believe
I know
that
you
shit.
don't, but I mean it's just good crack and people are really fucking into it, man.
But in fairness, she did. I did write it down for the sale of my house and say who I want to see living here and blah blah blah. Just a couple of words, but nothing to the scale of that.
Yeah.
The year of the car.
I have some free time in my hands. If you had to outline your perfect female, if you had to give me like 5, top 5.
Physical or mental?
Top 5, whatever. Whatever's more important to you.
I like a woman who's funny and can laugh at herself and poke fun at me in a fun way.
Is that your number one?
Not in a cutting way. Yeah, that's personality, I think. Yeah.
I thought you'd go straight for the big tits.
They'd be number 3 or 4 maybe.
You a boob man?
Oh yeah.
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 Well, the vagina man.
Well, yeah. Throw in ass now. Yeah.
Yeah. You like hair as well, don't you? Body hair.
Somewhat. I vary, you see. It could be like a, what you call it? A phase.
Right.
I have in the past asked partners to design their body hair in certain ways.
Patterns.
For me. Yes.
Oh, is it like a power thing where you're like, she did that for me? In the shape of a flower or whatever?
No, I'm just interested in seeing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weirdly, I've had lasers, so I've like nothing left. And in a weird way, I regret not leaving a little bit.
You said this to me before, and
Yeah.
I meant to pull you up on it. And what would your chosen design be if you had
I don't
left
know.
a bit?
I haven't really thought about it that far, but I do regret not leaving a little bit of something.
And why?
I think it can
Just down below or your arm?
Oh God, no! I'm glad my armpits are done and my legs are done, because that's just a hassle.
Okay, so you want to...
Yeah, I would like something,
design.
not full, not even a design, just like a little tiny something. I don't know. I think it just looks. I think aesthetically, I think it looks better now than what I perceived as looking better 2 or 3 years ago when I went and got laser.
Hair down below is making a comeback.
I feel. Oh my God, am I ahead of the trend? Well, obviously not, because I can't.
Well,
grow
you
back,
can't
but-
grow it.
Yeah.
Like, so you're going to be off
I think
trend
I theoretically
pretty soon.
could. I think I could if I just got her like, here, will you just like knock around this area or whatever?
I'll give you some of the stencils.
Do you have stencils?
No.
No.
But somebody did make stencils,
Okay.
so they could design different things. A shamrock.
A shamrock? Or like a lightning
heart.
bolt or...
I didn't suggest these. I didn't request these.
Oh, I thought yours were like requested. You're like the AC/DC symbol. Or
No. And then there was
a horse.
There was a down pointing arrow.
Oh, that's a bit tacky, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember when I... No.
Go on.
I contemplated getting a tattoo, something a bit like raunchy like that before. Imagine!
I'm very glad you didn't.
Imagine! Now I have some
you've had
dodgy
enough
tattoos.
experience with tattoos,
Oh, no, yeah, done.
Yeah.
And I still want more, but...
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I've thought about getting a tattoo, but never could come up with what I
do you think
wanted.
of them on women?
Some of them are nice. I don't like overly tattooed women.
Okay, so full sleeve, full...
I'm not a big fan of that,
Right.
no. Here and there, not like 20 in 20 different spots. Although, one of the women that I was with this year has a lot of tattoos. And it was... Do you remember? Put out your arm. Do you remember I did this when you were down here?
Yes!
That was out of this world.
Really?
Yes.
On your willy?
Yes.
With her?
With her. Insides.
Oh, sorry. I was like, okay, and that's okay.
It was like a rolling motion along the top.
She obviously had really good pelvic floor muscles then.
Yes, and ability.
What, is she an athlete or does she do
No.
Pilates or anything like that?
No.
Just has that genetically.
Takes care of herself down there. Yeah. And
Does exercises and stuff.
Kegels and pelvic floor exercises and stuff.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So she told me anyway. And yeah,
You could
it
see the
obviously
evidence.
worked. Well, I felt the evidence. I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Interesting.
But she had a lot of tattoos and she's very attractive and the tattoos are really nice.
And they suited her.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know if I'd get one myself. I'd like to, but I haven't decided what I want.
Though.
Yeah.
They're so permanent.
Yes.
But then, YOLO. We'll all be dust in a few years' time.
Yeah.
So.
I think tattoos can be of a moment sometime.
As in, they'll be out of fashion in 50 years' time and all of us will have these
Yeah, and
horrible
your
tattoos.
skin goes saggy and they
Yeah.
fade and then you have to get them retouched and
But
stuff
it'll be
like
the new
that.
norm then. 80-year-olds, the loads of them will have tattoos. No?
Yeah. I don't think so.
It is unusual these days for someone to be completely bare of tattoos.
Okay.
I feel like. I regret both of mine. I wish I'd never gotten any of my tattoos. Not so much that I'd go and
So
I'd
that's
pay
two things.
thousands.
You wish you had no tattoos and you wish you had more hair.
Yeah. But it's not stuff that I'd actually
You're not
actively
impulsive
do.
at all, Laura, are you?
But it's not even... It's not something I'm really hung up over. It's just like, if I could go back in time, probably would have made a different decision there. Do you know that kind of way?
Well, yeah.
And I mean, my tattoo on my
all.
bum is like awful, but it's kind of so awful, it's funny.
That's not awful.
It's a talking point.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I
Not
remember
a
when
fucking-
the first day in the pool in Bali last year.
Everyone
When
was
all
up.
the girls were gathered around it and you were up showing them your arse. I took a picture of it. I showed it to you, I thought.
Did you?
Yeah, it looked like they were all enthralled by you telling the story of the tattoo in your arse. I was sitting over the side of the pool. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Gas.
Yeah.
That feels like forever ago now.
It's only a year and 2 months. Yeah.
Is there anything physically about a woman that repulses you? Is there anything you can think of? Like, if you
Really
see
bad-
belly rolls.
Ah, no,
belly-
no.
Like, everyone has rolls.
Really bad teeth. The number one thing that attracts me to a woman is her eyes and smile. Good smile and great eyes. And if she's really bad teeth, that's good luck.
On my list for the manifest man thing, I want imperfect teeth.
Imperfect teeth.
Yes. Because I feel like almost everyone has these perfect Hollywood smiles these days because of braces.
Oh, the bleach
now, I don't
and
mean
braces
now,
and everything, yeah.
I don't mean now fucking hanging out of his head now either. But just like a little bit crooked. I find that incredibly attractive. Isn't that bizarre?
No, it's not. We're each entitled to our interests, and I know of people who like a little imperfection here and there,
Yeah.
like dad bods.
Yeah.
A lot of women like dad bods.
That's on my list as well. I want him to be big but not too ripped.
Yes, because you don't want to feel
So-
he takes more care of himself than he will of you.
Yeah, of course.
And you don't want him to be more perfect than you are.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way I think women think. Or I've read
Yeah,
women
I
think
feel
that
like
way.
I've been with bodybuilders before,
Yeah.
however, and I do know from experience that the ones that I've been with anyway have been some of the least confident people I've ever been with. The people who I've been with that have been in the best shape, I'm quote unquoting here obviously because that's subjective, but they have been the most self-conscious about their bodies.
Well, that's probably what drives them to try and make their body perfect. Their lack of confidence. They feel they're going to get this confidence by portraying
Big muscle.
perfect outside.
Vicious circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But it's
any,
interesting.
like any mental, I don't want to call it a mental health illness because it's not the one we're talking about probably isn't an illness, but it is probably bordering on it. Like we want to change something
Dysmorphia.
about our dysmorphia. We want to change something about ourselves. We're not able to get there, or we're not satisfied with the way we look, and that's a huge thing in society at the moment.
Sure.
Look at all the beauty industry things that are going. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I started using stuff myself there a couple of years ago, like moisturizers and stuff like that I'd never used before. But there's method to my madness in that I don't have hair to protect my head, so I use an SPF 20 every day, and it's a moisturizer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's functional as well as
It's functional. Yeah.
vanity. This is a really open question. In your opinion, what makes a woman bad in bed? In your experience?
Lack of effort.
Lack of effort.
Yeah.
Like
It's a two-way street. Don't just lie there and
enthusiasm.
expect. it doesn't have to be enthusiastic effort. It just has to be some kind of effort or interest or show that you want to be there as well.
Okay. Have you had sex with someone who's just like clearly just like going,
Yes.
going through the motions?
Yeah. And it was just like,
Oh, really?
yeah. And
Was that a bit of a boner killer?
I don't recall the specifics of it, but I was probably just glad I was getting me a hole at some stage for something like that.
Commend your honesty, I suppose.
Well, but then there's over enthusiasm, which is like, what the fuck has gone on here?
Oh, really?
Where are we going
Have
next?
you had
Like,
that as well?
Yeah.
And was it like that bad too?
It's not bad, but it's just like, hold on there. Lie down for a minute. Just let me know where we're going.
Oh, because they're like constantly switching positions or whatever.
Or that, or trying to make too much of an effort. Say,
I
like,
never even considered this to be a thing. Oh my
oh,
god!
it is. And it's like,
Try
I think
hard.
it's trying too hard to make you like me.
Oh, and is that off-putting then?
Yeah. Like, give me 30 more seconds in this position. Give me 30 seconds without screaming for a minute. When
And
you've
like,
nothing to
let's-
scream about, I'm not doing anything.
Let's talk about specifics here. So like, obviously you're not using a timer, but how long would you like to stay in that position for? Depends on if you're liking it or not, I suppose. But I suppose you're probably liking it from whatever angle you're getting it. No?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
No, some different things feel better with different women.
Okay, depending on their anatomy or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely, and
Or
how you
if
fit
If they've
together.
a fine big bottom, we want to be looking at that.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or boobs.
Yeah. Yeah. Or up and down, switch around. Whatever way you want to do it.
Did I tell you about the situation I had there in the last while? I'm not going to mention time frames where facing your man. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Oh, it was so awkward. So I was seeing this guy on like quite a casual bit. It was casual for me, maybe not so casual for him or whatever. And anytime we would
Get
boink,
together.
yeah, become intimate, make love.
Yeah, right.
I would always face away, and during one day he said, "Why do you never want to face me?"
Right.
I didn't have the heart to be like, because then I know I'm having sex with you.
And what was wrong with that?
I didn't want to have sex with him really. I wanted to have sex, but I wasn't
Just-
really big into him.
And he was just useful at that moment.
Yeah, it was his. Like, I invited your penis to the party, not your
Not
face.
your.
I didn't say that to him. Obviously.
I think we've all been in situations like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I came up with some bullshit like, oh, I just like it. Whereas the guy I'm currently seeing, I'm like looking at him, I'm like, oh my god, he's such a fucking ride. He's so hot.
yeah. Yeah, I've been in both those situations.
Really?
Yes, and it's like, this isn't working for me now. Turn around, and then like
You can
you can
visualise
think
whatever
of
you
somebody
want.
else if you want.
Imagine knowing someone was visualizing someone else as they were sleeping with you. That would be very much a confidence crusher.
It wouldn't if you were both of the similar mindset.
No, I don't care. Even if the person I'm with, I'm not really into them. That's
It
even
depends
worse.
on-
That's even worse.
No, it depends on
It's
how.
even worse.
But this is going back to what I said earlier about the non-monogamy. You can have non-monogamy within your own relationship.
Yeah.
You can have fantasies about other people and you can talk about it. Like I could tell you about Halle Berry. I said, look, Laura, I'm really not interested in you, but if we have sex, I'm going to be thinking about Halle Berry. Is that okay?
And then I'd be like, well, listen here, fucking Baz.
You can face away. You can face away and
I'm
think
into
of...
Channing Tatum. So
There you go.
like,
Face away and think of him. Yeah.
I suppose, yeah. If it's just scratching an itch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like
But it can also work in a relationship where
I
it must-
I want to cheat on you, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to pretend I am.
it's like that Ross and Friends thing.
Yeah.
No. It's the what's it called? Where you have a free pass and you're allowed 5 names, and if you ever encounter any of these 5 people and they want to have sex with you, you're allowed to.
The laminated list.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
But who was on Ross's list was the girl who works down the office.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're supposed to put celebrities on it for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. Which Jennifer Aniston's character,
Rachel.
Rachel didn't really like.
Well, fair.
Fair enough, yeah. But you could take that into a relationship and, like, both people could say, like, okay, just for the crack, I'll imagine I'm having sex with Halle Berry and you're having it with Channing Tatum this time. And it could be the start of something beautiful.
Yeah, maybe you're into it. I don't know. I just feel like if you're seeing someone on a casual basis and you're not really into them, but then you find out that they're fantasizing someone else, you're like, hang on, I wasn't even fucking into you.
Yeah, well, on a casual basis, that's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. Because if you're fantasizing with someone else when you're only casual, it's like,
Yeah, well then-
that's definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that above in the bedroom on your own.
Exactly, yeah. Speaking of, how often do you get intimate with yourself?
Again, it's phases, and it depends what's going on in the rest of my life.
Right.
Since I started going to the gym a
Less.
couple of years ago, oh no, the opposite.
More?
Absolutely.
Okay, I thought you were like energy expended.
Oh no.
Okay.
Blood flow. Greater blood flow, greater energy. Yeah.
Every day?
And some.
Oh, guaranteed every day?
Not guaranteed every day, but 5 to 6 days a week. And then those days could be more than once.
Okay. I'm similar, but not more than once a day.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Never
like-
had the urge.
No.
Ever.
Once I've done one, I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm out.
Do you get the hangover horn?
I don't.
Interesting.
The last thing I want to do when I'm after being drink, but then I suffer. I get really bad hangovers, like really bad, like physically very unwell. And when I'm so unwell, I just can't. And I think someone just needs to be like.
And what about the
just,
day after you've recovered from it?
Nah.
No, it's gone. Yeah. Okay.
It's common. I think it's more common amongst men.
So I thought.
No.
But in recent times, I've had conversations with a number of women who have admitted to having serious hangover horn. And I said,
Is there a
great.
science to it? Like, is there logic? Is there hormones or
No.
hormones?
Generally, I think in men, when we are tired and bored, tiredness, I think, brings it on.
Diesel dick.
What's that?
If you're driving a diesel car and you're really tired. It's more
I've driven
vibrations
a
in the
diesel
car.
car for the last 12 years.
No. Maybe not in your job. I think it's more like if you drive a diesel.
Well, when I joined my job, the first guy that trained me, driving home one night, he told me about what was called the PNDSD, post-night duty sex drive.
You want to have sex after nights?
You get horny after nights.
Oh God, I'm the opposite. Oh, I'm just so tired. It's tiredness thing.
It's the tiredness thing. And then some of the girls in the job were out of a night with the wife of an older colleague. This is back when we started the job ages ago. And she told them, if you marry a man in your own job, or you have a man who does shift work, make sure you're up out of bed before he comes home off night shift.
Because you have to have sex with him.
Yeah. So it's a real
Interesting.
thing. So the PNDSD is a thing. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, no, I don't get that. I've done nights now for 10 years and I can verify.
Okay,
no,
for
yeah.
guys it is so.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I don't
No?
like this look. Go on.
Have you ever had an STI or STD?
No. I have been tested once for it and it was an experience because my GP and his wife, the practice nurse, are friends of mine for a long time. And because of my cancer history, I have to get my bloods done every year. So I was getting my bloods done this particular time and I said to the practice nurse who does the bloods, I said, she says, what are we doing today? And I said, the usual, blah, blah, blah. And could you check for an STI as well? Because I had unprotected sex there recently. And she was facing away from me at the time and it was like, I could just see her body tense.
Really?
It was like, Barry, I don't need to hear that from you. I've known you for the last 15 years. And then she turned around and she says, okay, that's fine, yeah. We'll
She
do
kind
that.
of got a second to compose herself.
And didn't make eye contact with me or anything like that when she
Really?
came around and said,
But that would
"Yeah,
be
okay."
standard for a lot of people. I'm sure plenty of, I was going to say customers.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know her as well as I would.
Yeah, true.
And she would, they wouldn't know me.
Yeah.
as
So
well
it
as-
wasn't that it was unprofessional, it was just because you're my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to know about your sex life kind of a thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
had
gave you a
once.
kit, didn't I?
You did.
A Let's Get Checked kit.
Yes.
I explained to you how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't used it yet.
No pressure.
Given the drought that's going on at the moment, I don't see
Waste of
myself
time.
Yeah, it'd be a total waste of time. But
next year?
Yeah. I definitely intend on using it just to see how it works anyway, and see what results come back, and see the whole process of it. Because I know you told me about it, how it works, but you don't really know until you try it yourself.
Yeah.
And it seems pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like, you have to stab yourself in the finger, but...
Well, you get the little lancet.
Yeah.
It's a clicky thing. Now, that's the hardest part. It's like you're about to...
Yeah, but for everybody, that's what it's got to be. Yeah.
It's shit.
But, like, anybody who's a diabetic, or anybody who knows a diabetic, will have seen them do this.
Yeah.
And just, Jasper, dear,
Yeah.
wherever, and the blood comes out,
Yeah.
and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of saying, yeah, okay. Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Exactly.
Like that jump we did.
Yeah, do you remember? The trick was not to look and not to dwell. Just
Well, the trick
fucking
for
go.
me was the two girls are after chickening out of it. I better not chicken out of it, so I just went down and did it.
So the ego took over.
Absolutely, I better
Because you were
jump.
shitting it.
Yes, absolutely. I was breaking it.
And
but
as
it
you
was so-
jumped, were you like, I can't believe I did this? And there's no going back now. When you've stepped off, you know there's no going back. Oh, I hated it, but I loved it.
No, once I was in the air, it was like, okay, just try and not land in your face.
I didn't even think of that.
But just before I stepped off, my bowels almost opened.
Could you feel your stomach just nearly drop out your arsehole?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the blood drained from me as I went up.
And when you came up in front of the water, were you like, yes?
So I screamed. I said, "Yes!" That was the most incredible thing I've
Yeah.
ever done. Yeah.
Cool.
10 meters? 5 meters?
5.
5.
It
okay.
looks a lot like when you're up there.
Yeah. But
Then to
so-
see the 21, we were like, not on your
no
fucking belly.
thanks. No thanks. Yeah. No. So look, I'll give it a go at some
Do.
stage, definitely. And
I actually inquired with my GP last week. I was in getting something checked, and I was looking at the price list. It's €120 for an STI check there, and the Let's Get Checked I think is price comparable. And you don't have to go to your
Okay.
GP's office. Don't have to be waiting around.
you don't have to
All
tell
day.
anybody about it.
Alright guys, my memory card is just full, so that is, I suppose, our hint to wrap it
Call
up.
it a day.
I hope you enjoyed these chats. I feel like we could sit here for like 3 hours and just hash out loads of shit.
We
didn't even
almost
touch
did
the
before.
surface. We didn't even touch the surface there.
No.
Yeah.
And it's not anything like the conversations we've had before.
In what way?
It's like, I thought that was mild,
Very.
what we talked about.
But in fairness, when it's your first venture onto YouTube, you probably should start like ease into it as opposed to be going in like, here, buttholes.
Yeah, and it's also, I'm not sure who's going to see this belonging
Yeah.
to me
Yeah,
and
I
all
get
that.
it, yeah.
So once, we could do it again if
If
there's a demand for it.
Yeah,
like.
yeah, for sure. So I'd love to hear your feedback on these kind of videos. If you want to follow Barry, again, I will leave his Instagram on the screen here so you can go and follow him. His stories are actually really good. You did like a talk recently on divorce.
Divorce, buying a house or
Buying
selling
a
a
house,
house.
selling a
The non-monogamy one, I did a whole thing on healthy food,
Pay it forward.
pay it forward, and I've got 2 big stories for next year that I'm not going to say anything about yet.
Are you brainstorming content?
No.
Oh my God.
No. My content on Instagram is based on the people who follow me.
Yeah.
Last year, I sent out a question and said, what do you want to hear me talk about in the coming year? And during the year, people have given me ideas of what they'd like to hear me talk about. So I've got 2 big ones. They'll be the size of the divorce one or the size of the non-monogamy
Unique?
one. One of them's a difficult one to talk about, and the other one is something that everybody does but won't admit to.
Interesting. I can't wait. And I know he's not going to tell me. He won't
No.
give me a sneak peek or anything. So
No.
I'm going to be just as much in the dark as you. So if you want to give Baz a follow, I will leave his handle on the screen. Thanks a million for coming on my channel. It really
Thanks for
was
coming down to
fun.
visit.
Let's go get some dinner and drinks.
Yes.
Bye.
All right. Bye.